What's up, everybody? I love my Washington football team. We need to get a DC. It's just crazy. Uh, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we'll get one. Um, as you can see, of my the name of my take today is I'm hating. What Mo? What's good, my friend? Nothing much. I'm hating. I have to hate today. Um, I just want to say to Eagles fans, nobody wants to coach you. What's up? Keep hating. What's up, game time? I love it. I love it. What's the hate? I have to hate on the Eagles. I have to hate on the Giants. I have to hate on the Cowboys. Let's start by my number one uno. It's the Giants. Call that oh my god. That so-called head coach is going to be a disaster for the New York Football Giants. I don't care what he says and what he does. Oh, I go ahead, Momo. What else is new? Hey, I know, right? I know, right? That's what I do. Um, I might do a video just on the coaches that turn the Eagles down. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Every time oh no, I don't want no. What? You want me? Nah. I look at the what's over there? Nah. It's too shady over there. It's rough over that side of the town. Nah, I stay where I'm at. It's like moving to a new house. It's like moving to a neighborhood. You think the neighborhood is good, it looks good, but you got a couple of bad apples. But you said, nah, that's too much trouble. I don't want to go there. And that's what's happened with the OC. I wonder if AJ Brown will be there next year. I don't know. I'm just hating on the Eagles, the Giants, and the Cowboys. I don't care. My team hasn't got a DC yet. We'll see. Um, for me, Dan Quinn has not delivered. He had a good year. But when you don't have accountability and don't be accountable for your OC, and when he does the same old backwards plays over and over again, and then as a head coach, you're not putting him to his feet to the fire, Mo, your team is a mess. Oh yeah, of course it is. For right now, Starter Eagles named Drew needs to realize it's not all wine and roses with that. No, Drew just a troll that he just wants to troll. He wants to come around and troll and say how great his team is intellectually and acting like his team's the best. Yes, yeah, was. Commanders are confusing. I don't understand how they fell off like that. Um, GM and the coach had a lot to do with it because the GM didn't do his job. He was getting players that was older. So we all know I was in denial. Yeah, I can admit I was in denial when we were getting these all older players. And I knew that we get older players like that, the more the season go, the more games they play, and the more time they play, they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna get nicked. Nick Nack Paddywhacker, don't give that dog a bone because he's gonna fail. He's gonna fail, he's gonna get hurt, he's gonna do all stuff like that. I was in denial because of all these older players we had. I thought, hey, we gonna make it. It doesn't take much for winning to stop. Sometimes you get spoiled. Oh yes, I'll yes. It takes only one time. But Dan Quinn did not put do his best job as the CEO, aka head coach. He didn't check himself. He didn't check the offensive coordinator or defense coordinator too. It was too late. This what we do. Game time, not like wine and roses when your franchise has been feeding you the 3 decades. You losers can't relate to figure. Okay, I'm respectful, but I'm not that when Dallas wins a number one, certain people are going to get it. Oh, my son is 30 years. Oh, Drew. Yeah, can you answer me this? Why nobody wants to come to your team? Could you please answer me that? Why don't know? I'm not saying, Drew, Momo, you're right there with the Dallas fans. Okay, fine. I'm asking you why nobody wants to sign as your OC. Why are they backing out? Why nobody go on that side of the world and say, nah, I'm good over this side? They are basically saying, hey, I would rather eat shit than eat caviar. Why is that? Tell me, Drew. Tell me, Drew. And feel good, but at the end of the day, it's a result of driven. It's a driven league. You can't forever, bro. And it looks like the win is over in Philly. Vinny, your team coach has been extinct. No one cares about those shit boys. I mean, I just understand. I'd like everybody to tell me why, if you're an Eagles fan, why nobody wants to sign. Someone see what Drew has to say. Wait, how are the laughing stock Cowboys missed the playoffs in the 2 consecutive years and make it makes sense? I'm saying, why nobody want to sign with you, Drew? Eagles fans act like they are Patriots or Chiefs. The Giants won 2 Super Bowls with Eli. Now they back into dog shit. That's what the Eagles are. The old Giants with Eli, they will be bad again. Oh, no question. I'm not saying Dallas is going to win, but we need to see what's that going to do. First other joke of the league. I don't. Okay, here's my take, and I'm being as a football fan, not as a Washington fan. Momo, the pressures in Philly is not for everyone. What? What pressure? Y'all been putrid in your whole. Look at your franchise as a whole. Look at the history of your franchise. There's no pressure. Where's the pressure at? I'm just trying to figure where's this pressure talking about. I'm just trying to figure out. Answer the question. You doing a lot of yapping, type, and you not type the right answer. I just like to know. Do you have that? Because you got an answer for everything. So I just like to know because you always think you're the smartest person in the room. You're the most intellectual person in the room. You break down tape. You break down other teams. You break down your teams. So tell me why nobody is want to be your OC at this point. At this point, you should have one by now. If y'all was that good, everybody want to be on a winning team. If any OC said, "Hey, I got to go over there," because they doing great things over there. Great quarterback, great wide receiver, great offensive line, great defense. Yeah, I would love to be over there. Could you please tell me why you have not signed and people not want to interview you and backing out of interviews or telling them, oh, no, I want, hey, just tell them, I know they want me to interview, just tell them you block it. That the team blocks it because I don't want to interview over there. So I'd like to know why, Drew. So that's your answer? I heard that when you said that. It's tough over here. Drew, that ain't the reason. Nobody want to be in a shitstorm. Nobody don't want to be around your head coach. It's not about the expectations. Because I don't think Philadelphia Eagles have the high expectations. And Drew, I'm not here to say that the Cowboys are better than you, because I don't think the Cowboys is better than the Philadelphia Eagles. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm about to say. The Cowboys fan base have higher, and Jerry Jones, they have a higher expectation. It's way up here. For some reason, these expectations is so high, they will never meet those expectations. But Eagles and Eagles team, your expectation is here. You're not here. I'm just saying, if the expectation is not high as Cowboys, and y'all here, why are there so many teams so many coaches saying I'll pass on y'all guys? You act like this expectation is through the roof. No, it's not. Y'all suffer all year, and y'all kept on playing the same type of game plan. We ain't gonna lose. We gonna get close, and be a close game, and we gonna pull it out. That works through the regular season. When the off season, when the postseason get here, you know what happens, Drew. I'm not saying that the Cowboys are better than you. I'm not saying Washington or the Giants are better than you. Y'all have a very good team, but if you don't have coaching to go along with it, then make sure you put the pieces together, and people are unhappy, and Jalen Hurts can't read defenses. If Jalen Hurts can't do timing patterns as a quarterback, you should by now. Jalen Hurts should have to do a 3-step timing pattern where the receiver's in the spot, and he throws to the spot where the receiver supposed to be. He can't throw those kind of balls. Am I wrong about that, guys? Can Jalen Hurts throw timing passes? I'm just asking the question. And now I'm just saying, you up there doing a whole lot of talking, but you're not answering is Jalen Hurts, if he's that elite, why can't he throw timing patterns? I have never seen, he tries, they get knocked down or intercepted. So tell me, in a nutshell, why he doesn't do. Well, what's up, Comic? I appreciate you in here. I appreciate everybody in here, and thank you everybody for being here. And I'm just trying to figure it out. And my Washington team, it was shit last year. So y'all can shit on my team, talk about how bad he was, how bad Jayden Daniels was. Yes, he was bad. Jayden Daniels was trying to run the ball too much. He is a thrower of the football. He's a pocket passer. He did that in college. He did that in high school. So he can throw the ball out of the pocket. He don't need to run the ball. He doesn't need to do that. So I don't think the expectation for the Cowboys is ever going to be there, because when you have an owner who is not going to do what he says he's going to do, and then everybody was, he's going to do, he's doing things different. Okay, now what? Is he really going to go out to free agency and get somebody? Nah. So, and you talking about the Giants? Is the Giants really going to be better than last year? I'll say they win 2 or 3 more games. Is Philadelphia going to make a comeback and be the dominant team in the NFC? No, they're not. No, let's not talk. Dallas will take the 2 to 3 years to catch up. 2 to 3 years to catch up. We both know this league is a turnaround league. One year you 4 wins, the next wins you in the NFC championships or the Super Bowl. So the league has changed. You know how it is. One year you're playing bad, and it takes a coach or a good quarterback to make you better. So you cannot say that that one team, that your team will be superior, because right now y'all had y'all run, and y'all going to lose more games. Y'all should have lost a lot of games. Y'all should only have 6 wins this year. Personally, I was right by Eagles coming in third place because I felt like they was gonna lose more games than they won, and they surprised me. They went down. Don't I ain't sound like I sound like me, bro. So you always want to do that. I'm not delusional. You delusional because you always want to. You're not seeing the bigger picture because you stuck on your team. Sometimes we got to step out our box, get our team aspects, and see, hey, what my team doing realistically? Are they better today as they was last year? Are they going to do anything? Why are we losing a defense, a DB coach that helped my secondary to play well? Why is nobody signing with my OC? Because we need an OC. We need Jaden Daniels. I mean, Jalen Hurts to be better and do better, act better, and teach him how to throw timing passes. I need him going off season and start throwing the ball, doing timing patterns, put the work in. It seems like he hasn't gotten better. He has not progressed. He has stayed the same. So if you ask me, Drew, he's not sitting around in the offseason learning his craft. He's staying stagnated, and he won't get better if he doesn't put the work in. You got to put the work in. Every quarterback has to put the work in. If they don't, they will never be the quarterback they need to be. Jalen Hurts doesn't put the work in he needs to. He could say what he wants. He might go out there and throw deep balls all day long, throw 100 deep balls every day. The best quarterbacks throw timing patterns. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, what's going on? That's what he needs to do. My quarterback needs to stop running the ball and do what he does best. Sit in the pocket, scan the field, and throw the ball. He's a very good pocket passer. Been doing this all his since he was play football in high school and college. He decided last year he wanted to run the ball and make plays with his legs that he didn't need to do, and he was running into sacks. They had spies. Had spy on this end, had spy on that end. Sometimes they had 2 or 3 spies making sure he didn't make big plays. Momo, the best quarterbacks go to the Super Bowl. The best quarterbacks do not go to the Super Bowl. And you know that. You've been around in this game long enough that the best team don't always win the Super Bowl. You know the best quarterbacks is not always in the Super Bowl. You know this, so stop saying. I know what I said, Drew. That's old news. That's all you got. Come at me in a different way, talking about 7-0 or 55-23. I mean, when you keep saying the same old thing, it has no bite anymore. It has no bite. The bite is over. Right now, you just got an overbite from talking. So your overbite needs to have some more substance. And I don't feel it. I ain't hurt by it. Momo, the best quarterback in the league, know how to use their legs as well. Daniels had to learn how to make the right decisions on when to use it. Yes, I agree. That's a learning process. Dak Prescott is a way better quarterback, and it's not even close. We got Jerry Jones. Can't stand Jerry and his mindset sometimes. I agree, Colin, because sometimes it's all about glitz, glamour, and an American dream, the cowboy dream. I want to be the most popular franchise. It's like going, what's the terminology? It's basically like I want to be the best person in the world. I want to have the most popular man in the world. I want to be on GQ magazines. I want to be the prom king. I want to be the prom queen. I want to be the best I can be without winning games. And that's what Cowboys has turned into. It's turned into basically a popularity contest. And the Eagles are falling back to that dilemma as a popularity franchise. They want to be loved and liked, but nobody likes y'all guys because the fan base is just as arrogant as Cowboy fan base. Y'all sometimes are a little tougher and exterior because how y'all come across mean spirit. And I could be mean spirit with the best of them. So all I'm saying is that, Drew, in a nutshell, is this: why is not nobody? Why haven't you got an OC and people are saying, "Nah, we good. I'm good over here. I don't want to join." And I hate Momo. No one likes us. We don't care. It's not about like or dislike, Drew. You have a quarterback who everybody say, "Oh, he just wins." Okay. Only my opinion about that stupid saying about he just win. If he was just winning, why couldn't he win you games when it really counts this season? He struggled all season. When he was at Alabama, they had to replace him because he wasn't good enough to win. They had to bring a backup to win that game for the national championship. So his winning doesn't matter to me because it's what have you done for me lately. You got to update your resume every year in the NFL. So if he didn't update his resume this year, he became complacent. He became a sorry ass quarterback, and he didn't click with his receivers. Maybe that's old narrative. I'm telling you what happened. The truth is the light. You know how you look at the when the moon, it's a full moon at night, and you look up there and it's shining bright. That ain't Jane. That's not Jalen Hurts. His sunlight, that moonlight he used to have, is diminished, is dim, is lost. He needs to find it back because he's not the same quarterback he once was. He's always been average, but now he's dwindling to a below average and piss poor quarterback who cannot read defenses, who cannot throw timing pattern, and looks depressed and sad all the time. Look at your quarterback. Look at his demeanor. Every time he was winning games, when he was winning the Super Bowl, when he won the MVP, he looked depressed all the time. Maybe he needs to trim those eyebrows down, trim them down because every time he looks pathetically depressed. I'm sorry, I can't help that how he looks. That's the way he looks. He looks like he on antidepressant, and he looks like he's 10 days away from just saying the hell with football. I'm gonna go play hopscotch because Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback you Philly fans think he is. Because if you can't read the defense, if you can't throw timing patterns, and if you impatient in the pocket and you got happy feet in the pocket, you'll never win in this league. Why you worry about us? What the fuck is your team up to? Oh, you can't name 5 players in your team. Of course I can, Jimbo. Don't get upset with me because I'm telling the truth. This is my channel. I say what I want, when I want, how I want, how I'm going to say it in the future. I'm just saying, I'm not just hating on the Eagles. I'm hating on the Cowboys. I'm hating on the Giants. My team suck. We all know that. This season was a clusterfuck. We all know that. Bad coaching, bad tackling, bad quarterback play, bad offensive line play, bad picks in the draft, free agency, bad. So everything about my team this year was horrible. I give you that. I ain't gonna run away from that. I ain't like the rest of you Eagles fans was trying to justify Jalen Hurts being this great quarterback. I ain't like the rest of you Eagles fans try to justify your wide receivers issues, like he's not happy. Y'all say no, he ain't going nowhere. It makes no sense if he pay all this money. Hey, sometimes when a quarterback, when a player, let me say this again, when a player is more trouble than he's worth, y'all take the hit. You rather leave or get rid of somebody that does us more trouble than he's worth. Tolerance and winning is two different things. When you winning, it's a higher tolerance of behavior. When you losing or struggling to win, the tolerance goes down. So then that's the facts. Jaden came in hot, winning games, hitting clubs, soaking up all the love from the fans. The moment he looked a loss, those same fans turned on him and tore him apart. That's when the shine started to fade. I agree with you because he want some players that need a pat in the back. Some players need a morale boost. He's not. He looks depressed all the time. I don't know what to say. He's always looked this way, like he sad, miserable, lost his mama, lost his daddy, lost his long lost dog, or he just didn't, or he lost $5 million in gambling, like somebody is after him. I don't know. Maybe his girlfriend is not pregnant enough for him. I don't know what it is. He looks pathetically sad. Y'all know I'm telling the truth about this. I'm not here to beat down Jalen Hurts. I'm just giving you information and the truth about how he plays, how he doesn't throw timing pattern, and he will never throw timing pattern because he don't practice what he preach. He doesn't go out there in the offseason and put the work in. You got to put the work in to be a better quarterback. If you win 2 Super Bowls, you want to win more. Put your craft in, bro. Put it in. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't even like Dak Prescott. I don't like nothing about the Cowboys. But Dak put the work in. Is Dak the best quarterback in the league? Hell no. But he did put some work in. You got to put the work in. Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, he going to have to put the work in. He going to want to be better. I get that. So when your Eagles next season don't have the season you thought they have, because expectation should never be this high for the Eagles. It should never be that high. It should be in between. It should be right here. Y'all ain't the team that people fear anymore. Nobody don't care about y'all guys no more. Obviously, nobody fears y'all. Because something is going on in that locker room. Something is going on with that coaching staff. Something going on with that owner. And you up there in denial and delusional and saying this, that, and the third, and talking about Washington, the Giants, and all over teams and all the rest of the NFL. How about you focus on what expectation? Expectation has not been high for the Philadelphia Eagles for 30 years. It can't be high because y'all ain't that type of team to have expectation that high. When you lost fear, that's the loss of respect. Respect is a form of fear, and no one fears the Eagles. Absolutely, Rhonda. You're absolutely right. The fear of the Eagles, the expectation has been okay. Dak was on the Eagles team, would have won a Super Bowl. They didn't come from me, came from several Eagles stations. I believe, now this is what I do believe. I believe that Dak Prescott, hit that like button, everybody. If you're not a member, do so. I believe that Dak Prescott would not win. He will leave the Cowboys at some point in his career and win a Super Bowl somewhere else. He just is. That's the nature of the beast. He's not going to win one with Dallas, because Dallas doesn't show that they want to win Super Bowls. If your owners is not down for it, what you think it's supposed to do? I mean, I'm just saying, it's like that. The Giants is not going to win. No, not one. Not with Harbaugh. I grant you, Harbaugh there. He gonna give you two to 4 games. Y'all going to win. Maybe win 7. Maybe I'll average 7 games a season with him. But at the end of the day, he's not going to make life better for y'all. He's not going to turn y'all around and y'all going to be in the playoffs. That's not going to happen. Because I choose to. Because I choose to. Harbaugh is a special team coach. I'd be damned if I want to have a special team coach as my head coach. What? He got over because he had the defense when he got there. The defense is already established when he got there. So it's like he developed it. And so it was Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome created all that. Ozzie Newsome is the one who created that Baltimore Ravens powerhouse with a team. It wasn't Harbaugh. He's the one who was making the great picks and nurturing and making these players like that. Harbaugh was not. He's just a CEO of a team. He was sitting there and took advantage of the fruits and the labors that Ozzie Newsome did. Ever since Ozzie Newsome ain't dead no more, they are a shitstorm. They ain't the same team. That's just facts. Harbaugh had nothing to do with the uprise and the winning of the Baltimore Ravens. Sometimes players win despite bad coaching. And I don't see him as this great coach. I don't. Lamar Jackson fell in his lap again. I'm just saying. So that's all I'm saying. I just want everybody to get. I agree with you, Momo. Harbaugh only had a job because of legendary players. I don't. I mean, everybody wants to talk about like that, and the crazy thing about Harbaugh is his ego. His ego. He really believed that shit. That he's this great coach, and the media buys it because of the winning seasons he has. How about players win despite their coaches? Defense won that Super Bowl for the Baltimore Ravens. It wasn't the offense, it was the defense. I don't care what anybody tells you, that's what it was. Long as the offense says, hey, we ain't gonna turn the ball over, we ain't gonna do it like this in the Super Bowl. Let's keep it kosher, no turnovers. Because if y'all score 10 points, we can win this game. That's how good that defense was all those years. Cowboys overplayed a 79 record and won. Okay. Hey, I never said my team was the best, but you better watch out, Drew. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better not cry because my Washington team gonna make you die. Oh boy. Momo is singing again. Oh boy. Y'all have no idea what Washington's going to do, and I'm going to love it when we beat these Eagles, beat these Cowboys, and beat these Lions, and beat the rest of this league. We coming back. And nothing nobody can do about it. You talk about Cowboy fans being delusional. First, let's start by saying the literacy rate in Philadelphia is 52%. No one's saying Hurts isn't good, but it was the defense and running games won. I wasn't gonna say anything about that. About the intelligence for Philadelphians for the most part. More, I didn't want to do that, but since y'all want to tell me, like I said, most Philadelphia fans, they not the nicest folks. And Drew, you live in it, and I live in an impoverished neighborhood, and we both know most of the fans. It's rough. It's a tough city. It's a hard city, and all they got is football, baseball, and basketball, and it's rough out there. So a lot of the Philadelphia fans ain't that intelligent. They really not. I'm not calling the people in here unintelligent. I'm just saying, for the most part, what I've seen and who I have met, they can't complete a sentence. They don't know how to add and subtract. Like most impoverished neighborhoods, people know how to count because they count money. But other than that, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody who lives in Philadelphia, in the city. I'm just saying. I didn't say you wasn't intelligent, Jimbo. I said most of those fans are, not the people in here. No one's calling you ignorant. Y'all need to stop getting your feelings into your feelings now. Stop it. You got the 55. I knew that was coming true. Yeah, I counted to 23. That's all we could do. 55 to 23. Whatever the score was, like that. But I can tell you one thing. When Washington, even though it was a mop up win and y'all didn't have your starters, we beat y'all. So that's refreshing to me. So, end of the day, Eagles fans, I'm not calling Eagles fans here. I'm not calling you ignorant. I ain't calling you non-intelligent. I ain't calling you stupid, like or ugly. I'm calling those in the city who I have met personally and who I have conversations with. I couldn't have a conversation with because the intelligence level was low. Eagles around doing six. No boy. Eagles are here dropping bags like they're allergic to savings. 1 minute they're flying high, the next minute they're looking around like, wait, where'd the money go? That's that unlogical aspirations, I think, Rhonda. Drew, you've been disingenuous about Hurts and Dak solely because you're an Eagles fan. So I can't take your take seriously either. Hurts is but period. I don't know why he thinks this guy, Drew. I'm gonna tell you what I know this about people. And I know this about people. And it really bothers me as a football fan. Is I'm not going. I'm not going to get. I'm not going. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Drew, I'm not going to do it because I just say that for another time. When we see an African American player as an African American player, you want him to do well. And we have a tendency because he's African American and we will defend him no more how bad he is. And that's not always the case, but I know fans will do that. Who down what they whatever. I'm never going to do that. If a player is bad, they bad. They're just bad. So we have to, and I notice people do that a lot. No matter how bad they are, or on the job, or government, or politics, or working with your coworker, or you get a new boss who have to be another color. You don't like them because the pigmentation is skin. We need to be honest with ourselves and tell the truth when a quarterback ain't doing well, no matter what his pigmentation is. If he's bad, he's bad. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, race has a lot to do with it because a lot of times we defend people who don't need to be defended. When a quarterback play is bad and he has to be of a same color, we have the tendency to defend that player to the day we die. We just do. I've seen it too many times in my lifetime. Jalen Hurts is not a very good quarterback, Drew. You know it. I know it. He's inconsistent. He can't throw the ball in the timing matter. Like I said, he can't throw with the ball. Hey, I'm going to 3 steps drop and you're going to be right here. He can't do it. He can't do it. He could throw the long ball. He got an arm to throw the long ball. But other than that, he's a shit ass quarterback that other players of like his wide receivers made good. He is not very good. He's a depressing player. I don't care. He said, "Oh, he just wins." He struggles to win. He's a Super Bowl champion. Everybody loves to say the Super Bowl champion. The Super Bowl don't make, for me, it doesn't make the player because you win the Super Bowl. A Super Bowl champion is not. His win losses, they won despite his bad play. You look at the history of how he throws the ball. He could have y'all could quote me all these wins. That doesn't matter. If he struggles when okay, I'll say this. Next season, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Does he make his players better did he uplift his play, make his players better? Does he make his players better? Does he lift his players and make them do better, or route running, throwing the ball left, throw the ball right, quick screens, quick slants? Does he uplift the players who's on the team and make them better by throwing the ball and putting in position to catch the ball and throw a touchdown? JD5 is trash. Dak is a choker, and Jalen is a Super Bowl. We all know he's a Super Bowl champion, Logan. All I'm saying to you, I don't want to get on this. I didn't want to go on this Eagle rant I'm doing at the moment, but Drew started me on this. Just because you're a Super Bowl champion don't makes you good. They're all sorts of Super Bowl champions. Or was they good? I'll wait. There have been many Super Bowl champions. And there have been people who won the Super Bowl, who was MVP. Did that make them great? I'm just waiting. I just wait. I could name so many MVPs that were Super Bowl champions, and they was not great at all. That team was. The defense was. Who won that? Who won that Super Bowl really for the Philadelphia Eagles last year? It was y'all defense. Because y'all didn't give Holmes a time to throw the ball. He got punked out by the defense. Defense has a lot to do for winning football. Defense wins Super Bowls. Defense wins games if the NFL allows these defenses to play like they're supposed to play. I agree with you. This season he had a rough season, Bobby Murphy. No one's doubting that. No one's saying that. No one is debating that. I am saying in a nutshell that defense, just because you're a Super Bowl winner, does not make you a great player. Doesn't make you a great player, you're the MVP in the Super Bowl. Momo, stay crazy and be safe, bro. All right, bro. I don't get it. Momo, look at teams today. I get that. That don't make the kid from off came May. Is he a Super Bowl? If he wins a Super Bowl, is he a great quarterback? Hell no. Is Sam Darnold a great quarterback if he wins? Hell no. No. Let me Google this. Players, quarterbacks who won the Super Bowl. I'm going down the line. Was Bob Greasy a great player? He was above average player. Was Jim Plunkett a great? Was he great? No, he wasn't. Was Roger Staubach great? In his own ways, he was. There hadn't been many. This is wrong. Quarterbacks who won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go down the line. Was Phil Simms a great quarterback? No. Was Jeff Hostetler a great quarterback? No. Was Mark Rippon a great quarterback? No. Let's go down the line. I'm gonna name some more. Trent Dilfer, was he a great quarterback? Was Brad Johnson a great quarterback in the Super? Okay, I'm just trying to figure out this. Was Eli Manning a great quarterback? Nope, never was, never could be, never will be. That's for the naysayers who said he broke a streak and that when they think he's supposed to be in the Hall of Fame. He's not a great quarterback. He led the league too much in turnovers and interceptions. So stop that. Joe Flacco, he was the MVP in the Super Bowl, and he should not have been an MVP. He should have been a wide receiver who had to jump for grass for the ball all the time. Let's go there. Was Nick Foles a great? Come on now. That was your guy who won your first Super Bowl against the Patriots. Was he great? Stop it. So I'm looking at about almost 10 players in the history of the Super Bowl who wasn't great, who won the Super Bowl, who won MVPs. Joe Flacco was never a great quarterback. He's a serviceable quarterback when he was with the Baltimore Ravens. Brad Johnson was definitely not a great quarterback. Trent Dilfer was definitely not a great quarterback. Shouldn't even be considered that way. Kurt Warner had a time in his life where he was very good and possibly great, but he what happened? Everybody figured him out. The league figured out that team. They just figured him out. Brett Favre was not a great quarterback. Brett Favre, all he was a gunslinger. All he was a gunslinger. He didn't care the ball. It was triple, quadruple, quintuple coverage. He's going to throw the ball in there and be like that. That's just what he did. Now, Troy Aikman, that's debatable if he was great. I'm not going to say he wasn't. Steve Young, those 49ers teams, they won. Mark Rippon, I'm a Washington fan. He was not a great quarterback. They had pieces around them and a defense that could cover. I understand that, Linda, but sometimes your quarterback got to do more. Once teams figure you out, you got to, Linda. You have to learn how to throw the football and timing patterns. You have to learn that. You have to work on your craft. And Jaden has not worked on his craft. He's not out there in the offseason doing what he needs to do to be better. And it shows on the field. If you can't sit back and drop 3-step drop and throw a quick slant pattern or a timing pattern, that's bad. Sometimes we got to see, does a team, Momo, you have to learn how to win. Sometimes, Linda, teams will figure it out or we'll figure it out. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the winning is that quarterback that everybody wants. Now, Dak Prescott is the same way. Eli Manning was the same way. This kid they got in and for the Giants, he's gonna be the same way because he ain't gonna stop running the ball because that's how he plays. Some quarterbacks you can't teach them, and you can try, but they don't put the work forward. How can you expect them to win? Because a quarterback is supposed to be the one who uplifts your players and do better as a player. That's all I'm saying. You have to have players who have to rise to the occasion and especially a quarterback to make you better, do better. Mobo, is Tom Brady great? Is Tom Brady great? Hell no. I will say that to the day I'm out of breath. Tom Brady is the greatest player in the rules that they put in. Yes, he's great that because it wasn't for the rules, Tom Brady would never have won all those Super Bowls. Now, if you tell me the first 3 Super Bowls or the first 2, it was the defense. It was the defense that won those Super Bowls for them. I don't care how. See, that's your problem. You're not looking at the bigger picture, Logan. If you got rules, I keep saying this shit, and all you Tom Brady goat grabbers. Here's the problem. If you got a rule that says I can't hit you high, I can't hit you low, I can't put you my body weight on you, it's a penalty. And plus, if I get a penalty, they go and fine me, take money out my check. I can't. I mean, wide receivers are not even wearing knee pads. How ain't no nothing to protect themselves, and they can go across the middle and not fear to go across the middle because they know you can become a defensive receiver or you're gonna get a flag. You tell me that didn't change the game where quarterbacks and receivers had more yards and more ability to win games based on that. The rules is the reason Tom Brady won those Super Bowls. The rules is the reason he didn't get hit. He didn't fear getting hit. If you have no fear getting hit, you can stay in the pocket all day and be whoa Nelly. Oh, you touch me, or I wide receiver. Oh, he hit. Oh, you can't do that. The only player, the only position that don't have a fair chance, is the running back. They treat them like shit. But the rules put in place made Tom Brady and many other quarterbacks like Tom Brady in this league today great, so-called great. Because if I can't hit you, if I can't fear you, if you can't have no fear of me hitting you, and every time I come over there, you don't feel the pitter-patter of my feet coming at you, and then you go, and then they're going to throw a flag. Tom Brady is the reason. He is the poster boy of rule changes. They have a Brady rule for a reason. It's called the Brady rule. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. There's no great quarterbacks in this league anymore. Now you get it. I'll get you think Marino, he would have won these 2 or 3 Super Bowls if he had the rules he had today? Joe Montana would continue to win Super Bowls if he had the rules today. Joe Namath at least went to an AFC championship game. I could go to the all-time greats. They would have prospered in this league if they didn't, because the rules had a lot to do with it. I don't want to care about the athletics. I don't want to hear about they better, they faster, they taller, they stronger. It has nothing to do with it. If you put rules up and tell players, hey, you can't hit this person. You can't hit this person this way. Oh, you can't hit them that way. What you think is going to happen? They're gonna be defensive backs are in a bad situation because they don't know they feel like, hey, I can't hit them like this. You know I'm right about that. If you have no fear, if a quarterback got no fear, the wide receiver have no fear, what the hell y'all think of? Okay, Hunter. Okay, Linda. Momo, the rule change, but the quarterback run fast. No, it got nothing to do with them running faster. Because in this league, Momo, you're exactly right. In this league, the order to win is not a quarterback is never going to win the game by running the ball all day long. You have to throw the ball out the pocket and the one like that. Drew, you know I'm right. Have the rules change and make quarterbacks better and have these crazy stats and these wide receivers. In today's NFL, if you can't throw the ball 250 yards in a game, you trash. Again, if you can't throw the ball 250 yards in a regular season NFL game, you trash. Because right there for you, because you can't be touched, you can't be hit. They got a rule that says if I sack the quarterback, If you and me, if I was the person on the field, I sacked the quarterback, and I put my body weight on him, that's a penalty. That's a freaking rule. Thank you, Randy. I didn't never say Troy Aikman was overrated. Troy Aikman got beat to death because Troy Aikman, if he was around, and if they had the rules that Troy Aikman had, Troy Aikman wouldn't have to retire because of concussions. Marino won so many. Drake May is trash, Momo. I didn't say he was good. Drake, I think he's horrible. I think he's in the system that allows him to, based on the rules. That's why if New England wins, I don't watch Super Bowl. I really don't. I didn't watch the Eagles. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not watching Super Bowl. I don't. I agree with you, Randy. Sean Payton, too many mistakes. They're up 7-0. You should kick that field goal and be up 10-0. You know you got a lame duck quarterback, and he's not very good. You should have take the points and be done with it. And you know your defense is good, and then you roll with that. You knew the weather was going to change in the second half. You knew the front was coming in, and I knew the front was coming in. Drake Mayo threw for 86 yards and won the AFC Championship in the famous words of Jerry Jones. What's your point? Hey, do you think Aikman and Montana Marino would be the top quarterbacks if they play today? Absolutely, based on the rules. They will win more Super Bowls. They will have more Super Bowls than their resume. Tom Brady got those Super Bowls because of the rules changes. How many times has Tom Brady got a call? Then you say, "What the hell was that?" I was rooting for the Patriots in the Seattle game, right? And I thought something fishy. I'm just hear me out. Let's hear me out, guys. I will say this. I'm gonna say this. In that game, get Seattle and the New England Patriots. The ball is at the goal line. The Patriots is not calling timeout. The clock is ticking. It's ticking. They had timeouts available to stop the clock. I said, what shenanigans is going on here? They did not call the timeout. I said, why they didn't call timeout? Call timeout and leave some time for Tom to get the ball back, possibly go down, score a touchdown, field goal, whatever the case may be. They didn't call timeout. They threw a play. They decided to throw a passing play, and he jumped the route. All I'm saying is to you is this. I don't expect. Why I'm saying that is that the referee didn't call the right call. He should have called pass interference because the player didn't give didn't give the wide receiver opportunity to get to the spot, and he bumped him from the spot. That's because they could have called pass interference on that play, but they didn't. Did you watch that Super Bowl? Yeah, I surely did. I watched it from in. I had money on that Super Bowl, and I won a hefty amount that in that game. What I'm saying to you, they don't have. What about you guys to understand? If you don't, your quarterback cannot win the game. He didn't matter how good the rest of the team is. Your quarterback is your team's priority. I agree with you. Ingles Drew, people like to discuss stats with a quarterback playing a horrific weather than playing in a dome. I agree. Eagles fans, I am more and more convinced the rest of this division is going to stay next season. Of course you are. Of course you are, Drew. And Drew, by the way, You could discuss that on the other channel. What I said, so they could always put me down. Fuck them. Fuck all of them over there. Enjoy your time over there. I don't give a rat's ass about them. A quarterbacks are massively important, but acting like nothing else matters ignores how teams actually win. Football isn't basketball. One player can't drag a weak roster to a championship. Absolutely. Oh my God, Momo. Stop bringing Leo name. I didn't bring his name up. I didn't bring nobody's name up. I didn't, Momo. I'm not a snitch, bro. I don't look like uh, okay, Logan. I didn't bring his name up, and Leo, that is so wrong. That's so wrong. I I can't help it because I've been talked about like a damn dog over there. They talk about me bad over there. Yeah, people tell me all the time, so I don't care. I don't care what they do. I don't go over there no more anyway. I don't care. Shit. Drew, you look like Momo, Dan, and Ultra. Oh my God. Yeah, funny. Everyone talks about everybody, so it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. My name be come up in conversation all the time, and I'll be the villain. I want to be the villain. I want people to troll me because I love it. I love that shit. I love it. It don't bother me what people say about me. Because you know why? Because no one can get in my head. This is a big ass head, and it's a lot of room in here. I got a big ass mouth. I talk a lot. I nonstop talking. I could talk for hours. So y'all know that. I got a big ass mouth. Got to give it up to Donald. Play incredible. So did Stafford. Yeah, that was entertaining game. Beanie Leo don't bring up Momo names recently. Oh, that's good. But I didn't bring his name up. I said that person he goes to. I didn't bring his name. I didn't say Momo. Why keep seeing Cardi B? Momo, why do I keep Cardi B interviews? Because her husband or her boyfriend, her fiance, whoever he is a wide receiver. It's one of the Diggs brothers. So that's her mate. That's why Momo don't listen to them knuckleheads. I don't even listen to nobody. I can't only listen to my wife sometimes. I'm just saying, football. If a quarterback were the only thing that matter, teams with elite quarterbacks would win every year. They don't. The truth is, simple. Quarterback is a priority, but the roster around him determines how far. Amen. Damn, Momo. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah. Hey. I've been married, whew, 30 years. 30 years. Momo. No one is more hated in these Dallas streets than Eagles. Drew. I wore it with pride. The hate. Hey, Drew. I think can we talk, Drew? I think you are hated by you like to troll, and you get underneath people's skin so bad they go off on you. They get mad, and you love that shit, Drew. You live for it. You live to get people angry and mad and discombobulated out of their feelings and say words to you, cuss at you. You love that. That's what you love. I know trolls. I've been on the internet and I'm on another app. I get it. Oh, congratulations, Vinny. Um, I get it. Trolls will help you. The more controversy you get, the more hated you are, and the more. That's why Drew. You be a perfect. You be perfect. Momo, I'm from Philly. Until their bum ass quarterback wins, they can't say anything to me. And hey, if they did say something to you, if they did win a Super Bowl, you would still troll them. So it doesn't matter. Philadelphia, Linda, no, Philadelphia Eagles, no any other team in the league apologize for doing the job and getting the right players on their roster. If your team is a player deficient, talk to your owner slash GM. I don't like being a troll. I'm trying to be a real Eagles fan. I know. Logan. Me. I could go back and forth and say a whole lot of shit. I just like Dallas fans. They just as bad because they got this high expectation, like they going to win every year. Now we all know that everybody wants their team to win, but y'all act like y'all are so superior and better than everybody else. That's what it's so bad, and it's not your fault. I don't even blame Cowboy fans anymore because y'all kissed the ring a long time ago, and anything y'all believe that Jerry says, y'all believe is going to come true. It started when Jerry years ago, when the NFL used to do Coke, I think do Coca-Cola, and then Jerry says, "Hell, no, I'm going to do Pepsi." Bumper what y'all was saying, I'm gonna have Pepsi in my stadium. In the NFL and all stadiums, you had the soft drinks was that, and he defied, just like Al Davis was. His mentor was Al Davis. He defied the NFL and he won. So Jerry was getting his way early on with the NFL, and Cowboy fans loved it. Oh, and people who didn't like the Cowboys, oh, I like that. He's jumping down there and he's doing what he wants to do. He ain't the typical owner. So y'all got a taste of that. So y'all believe anything he does when he got those players, won those Super Bowls, and did this and did that. He was defiant. So y'all got a taste of that. So over the years, y'all fell into the trap. And Jerry loves it because he knows y'all going to buy that shit. He knows y'all going to go to the games and watch the games. Because Jerry is not about winning. Jerry is about popularity. He wins every year. He is the prom king that never loses. He's still in high school, believing he can win, but he don't care about winning. All he cares is being popular. So until Jerry changed his way, he may tweak it a little bit here and there, but Jerry is not here to win. Jerry's here for the popularity contest to say that his franchise is worth this money and worth that money. My franchise is the biggest franchise in the world. That's what he here for. No, I wouldn't hang out. He wouldn't hang out with me because I would tell him the truth. I say, Jerry, why you was talking about men's penis? Are you a perv? I would ask him that. Cause you I would ask him that. We Cowboys operate like elite thinkers because we think football is both a business and a long-term strategy game. Rhonda, no offense, Rhonda, I like you, but you got that from Jerry. That's what Jerry does. Jerry look at business. He doesn't look at where. Let me explain something to you. And I'm gonna say this. I equate this to being the president of the United States of America. You can't treat a business like a football, a football franchise. The business part of it, you got the business part, but running a football team, you can't run a football team like you run a business. It's the same thing running for president, and you're president of the United States, and you're a business owner, you've been in business, and you can't run the country like you do a business. It doesn't work. That's the same thing about Jerry Jones. He's run the Dallas Cowboy franchise like a business because there is he doesn't put nothing into he think he could hire this person, hire that person, okay, I got this person. Football, it takes years, it takes time, it takes ingenuity to mesh everything together. He think he could do this and do that, and I'm gonna win a Super Bowl. That's not how. That's not the NFL. It might work in some business, and you putting a whole lot of money in, and then again, sometimes you got failed businesses. I'm just saying, you cannot run a franchise like you do a company and a corporation. It doesn't work. But well, let me say this to you, Ronta. You can't run the bit if you can have be the profitable and franchise. But what are you doing to make your team better? What are you doing to evolve, to put players in the position to win? What are you doing to create a situation where we gonna win today? I'm gonna put all my ducks in a row. I'm not gonna worry about the money gonna come. But let me get my team down and make it better. He's not in the business and making wins. He's in the business making money. He doesn't care. And until y'all guys stop it, and that ain't just the Dallas Cowboys, it's a lot of franchise. It's the Washington football franchise with Daniel Snyder when he was the owner. He didn't care about winning. He had washed up quarterbacks, washed up coaches, and the players was going through the motion. Jerry Jones and Daniel Snyder was tied to the hip. They was buddy buddy. They thought the same way. They ran the franchise like a business, but not like a franchise. I'm just saying. What's up, Bobby Murphy? Well, boy, this was long. I think Drew, I don't want you respect because it's watered down. Piss on, piss on a good day. Damn. I don't want to. All right. Y'all be nice to each other. Y'all hug it out. Y'all hug it out. And that being said, wow. We'll see, Rhonda, about that. But I'm gonna tell y'all guys right now, I'm gonna take a break and eat my. I haven't ate dinner yet, so y'all have a good night. And I'll say, and I was ended by saying, Washington football team, we will be the new champs in the NFC East. That's what I believe. I know that will get people around. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, you going live tonight? If you go live, I'll come in there because I'm about to get off. Okay, okay. I'm about to hang out. I've been in here for an hour and 20 minutes and counting. Good night, everybody.